2,000 years, Christians have been sharing bread and wine together in honor of Jesus. It's called different things, the Eucharist, Holy Communion, the Lord's Supper, but it's central to Christian worship. It always has been. As Jesus ate his last meal with his disciples, he wanted to explain to them what would happen the next day, that he'd be put up on a cross. The disciples couldn't grasp it, so he gave them a meal to symbolize it. It was during the Jewish feast called Passover that everyone came together in Jerusalem to celebrate the birth of their nation, the night when God delivered them from slavery in Egypt. That night they left in haste. They couldn't wait for the dough to rise. That's why the Passover meal used unleavened bread to remember how God had liberated them so suddenly. So Jesus sat with his disciples to celebrate the Passover meal. He took the unleavened bread and he invested it with new meaning. This bread symbolizes what will happen tomorrow, he explained. You'll see my body strung up on a cross. You won't understand at first, but it will begin a new exodus, a mighty act of God that will free everyone from what enslaves them. Then he took the cup and he said, this wine symbolizes what you'll see tomorrow. My blood will be shed in a confrontation with evil. But don't lose hope. God will turn it around. He'll turn my death into the release of the whole of humanity. It's all there in this simple meal, the brutality of the cross and the way humans resist God's reign, and the God who gave himself to release us from evil back into his care. And what Jesus did, God and humans got back together again. So God invites us to his table. In taking the bread and the wine, we celebrate our part in what God is doing, saving his world.